Right on. Welcome to the new season of Generations Commander League. We are in Season 3, and tonight we'll be going through Round 1 matches. Alright, bit of info of the new season. We have 18 members competing this season. We've got 5 rounds in Swiss style, and for this season, we are introducing a new award system for participants called the Rising Phoenix Award, and it can be won by any player. It doesn't matter if you win or lose. It is basically a Spirit of the Game award. So as long as you try your best, just stay positive, and no matter what happens, then what we'll do, we'll have a vote at the end of the season, and the commander that gets voted for and wins it will win the award. It's as simple as that. No win streaks required. You can lose all your matches and still win $25. And this award is sponsored by Phoenix, our member, who's the board's named after. So tonight for the match reviews, what I'm going to do is try to use the slow-mo more often than I did last 2 seasons. I found it quite interesting a couple of times. I used it in last season, so I'm going to try and make more use of it. Seeing as also we have less matches to go through. As per usual, I'm going to start off with my own matches. For round 1, I played Be Gentle Please. And the 2 maps that we have for the map for this round are Tide Pools and Pillbox. And for Season 3, the decider map is Rorschach. Right, so let's get started, shall we? We're going to jump in straight to Tide Pools. Map 1.
Establishing battlefield control. 3, 2, 1. New objective received. So,
I've selected a new variant of my deck. Basically, I swapped over the Predator for an Orca. And Be Gentle Please is using the J Triple Air Tic Tac deck. Tic Tac obviously being in good use because it behaves most closely like an APC. Like once it gets planted, hard to remove. Not a bad choice. It's something to tank the incoming units, seeing that most of the air is fragile. So I've opened as usual with dogs, and Gentle Please opened with militants, and then obviously responded with lasers. Now what I did was when I opened the Pitbull is I'm trying to be more aggressive on the Harvester. So if I see, I will open a Pitbull and try to sneak in a hard kill as soon as possible, just to create more pressure. You see here, I've gone for the half attack.
Your missile cancelled.
Even though I probably should have withdrawn back down to the pad, I figured I still had a chance. And there we go, still won the missile. Now, what should have happened here is Be Gentle Please should have switched the cat ship over to what he just did then before that missile fired, because my Pitbull would have done very little against that militant, whereas that cat ship would have finished off my my shock troopers very quickly. Whenever I get spammed with air, especially air that challenges my Pitbull, I have to respond with a hammerhead.
Unit ready.
Now, I don't know what Be Gentle Please was doing there, but trying to get a half kill while the hammerhead's flying about is a bit harsh.
Warning, enemy catalyst missile incoming.
And that's what happens when you don't see an incoming catalyst missile. I'm so used to firing it myself, so when other people fire it, I forget that my unit's being attacked.
Unit ready. Nuclear warhead launched.
And Be Gentle Please makes a nice comeback and takes the second missile.
Unit ready.
Nice response with the Phantom.
Warning, our base is under attack.
He's trying to get some base damage in, I guess.
Our base.
Considering I'm using a hammerhead to respond to his. Let me see here.
Warning. Enemy catalyst missile incoming.
Nice. So for 80, he got 80 back. He got a refund on his catalyst missile there and shut down my economy. So that's not that bad a show.
Let's stick together.
As I was saying, the wasting of the Phantom to do base damage while the missiles are there was a bit silly because I had Hammerhead as a response to his triple air.
Ready. Warning. Enemy catalyst missile incoming.
Whoops.
Ready.
Now we'll come down to the final missile. It's stalled. And I've got nothing but infantry on the field, so these cat ships are going to cause me problems.
Unit ready.
Here comes my Hammerhead.
Unit lost.
I don't see why. I don't see why
Unit
General Police does not charge on my Hammerhead while it's taking down his air units.
warning. Enemy catalyst missile incoming.
Ooh. And it's a miss.
Warhead.
And my people lived just long enough on the pad with the Tic Tac and for me to win it. Now, obviously, I could have moved my Hammerhead down to the Tic Tac pad. My dogs had it secured and my people had it secured, but I figured it was enough time for the people to hold, and he just did. Lucky chance. Right, that was map 1. So from map 1, it just seems like General Police did not trust his air as much as he should. The deck that he has is basically scout out, get a take that onto a pad, and use air units to defend it. And he didn't do that. It was quite wasteful. He fired a load of cat missiles. Most of them were quite good, but last 2 weren't. There's half and half on that one. Alright. If General Police made good use of his deck, it would have been a lot closer there than he was. Let's go to map 2. Box.
Establishing battlefield control. 3, 2, 1. New mission.
Alright, so this is the same thing I've done to my Jade variant. I've swapped over the Scorpion tank for a Shade. It's a sub for the Uka. What we have here is General Police going, still going triple air. He's gone over factory instead. Fair enough. Now this surprised me. I was expecting a little militant or laser opening. He went straight for bikes, which made me obviously backtrack. I had to get into defense quickly. Now he had an opportunity here to fight those bikes. He had two bike squads versus I had one. He chose to wait. Obviously, while he waited, I tech switched to the scavengers and started making bank on his bike units.
Unit offline.
Now this is a good choice. This is a good counter. He's going for the chem buggy. Unfortunately, he mistimes his militants and sends them the wrong way, and he should have tended to hold the right pad. It sends them towards my scavengers, and obviously the missile fires. And the sound goes, because why wouldn't it go? I think I might actually invest in an adding card just to have the iPad connected to my laptop with a HDMI lead, because the air server is just nonsense. Right, so first Shade out, response to his Scorpion and to his chem buggy. It's one thing I had a weakness with the Scorpion. I couldn't always reach the chem buggy in Marauder decks, and they kept raiding my my chem warriors. So I figured Shade's a nice response to that. Here we go. And blam. Block. Sorry, I forgot to use the pause feature. Alright. So yeah, basically there what happened was General Place did not yet again use his deck properly. He made a very clever opening and went straight for bikes because he knew I was going to go wheels. Then he charged from a harvester, which is fun. You get some harvester damage in, put pressure on me, I have to backtrack. Take my mind off the missile, you can sneak a missile in. However, as soon as he saw my defending bikes, he paused. And when he paused, he gave me a chance to tech switch and get an advantage over him because he doubled up on bikes. And then he didn't make a good use of his tank there because with shades and stank, the shades revealed, at least you can try to go around the pad and sneak up on it. But otherwise, I would recommend lasers just to get you back in the game. As soon as you're back in the game, then you can have one stank flying around trying to sneak a kill in. Right, that's 2-0 to me. General Police had some good ideas, some good plays. Unfortunately, he did not commit to his decks properly, and he lost. GG's though. Alright, oops, I closed Discord down. Let me just have a look to see who's next on the list while I restart the SO. Alright, see if my lines tab is working. No, it's not. My lines tab is not working. Let's see who's first on the list. Right. Boost. Let's see. Boost. Boost versus someone. Alright. Let's go to tide pools.
Establishing battlefield control. 3, 2, 1. New objective available.
Alright. So Bo's bringing his a McNeil deck, the APC McNeil deck, which is like a variation of what everyone seems to be running these days. Normally it's run with strong arm. Someone's bringing in the what do you call it? I guess tank catch-up deck.
Unit ready.
Ready for action.
Someone trying to get a bit of a damage in on the harvester with the militants. Guess he doesn't want those units anymore, so he's just throwing them away. Fortunately, he's going to need them just in this exact moment because the JJTs are out.
Unit ready.
Let's fly.
Ooh. Is he going to be in time? Is he going to be able to block?
Launched.
And boom!
Unit lost. Unit ready.
The JJTs persevere against the militants. If someone had militants at the back already and waste them, you probably would have been able to gain back control of the first missile. Things would be a lot different right now. So Boost got his first
Online.
APC out on the top hand.
Lead the way.
Someone's got his catch-up and his shade out.
I'm on it.
Now don't charge an APC with the catch-up. It's Pitbull versus Shade.
Unit
Oh, nice. Flame Pod. Interesting. That flame pod would have been useful if that. Yeah. If that catch-up, if that APC was open. Bit of a waste of resources that is.
unit ready.
70 Tiberium for a unit that doesn't do anything.
Ready to another hit.
Unit lost.
Nice. The catchip's controlling the top pad, but it's about to go down.
Unit ready.
Nice, good pad switch from someone.
Unit ready.
Bringing the catchip in to take out the JJTs.
Flying out.
Unit lost.
He should be bringing out some militants here because his JJTs are causing a bit of a havoc for him.
Unit ready.
Brothers on.
Yes, catchip can't come in, but
Let's fly.
Boost has his talents ready to spam. The
Defense.
talents are excellent response.
I'm on it.
Talent and JJT is a great combination. Let's see what happens here. Right, will they take out the bike? They do take out the bike.
Unit lost.
Powering up thrusters.
Oh, wrong way, wrong way.
Unit ready.
DJ Jordan. I can't pull up.
What happens here?
Unit lost.
So the catchip is moving in finally for the kill. We've got the new.
Unit lost.
Oh, the missile's getting close to fire.
Unit,
It's going to be close.
unit lost.
On the pad, man.
Unit ready.
Swap those JJTs. Swap them quick. Blam, 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 blam.
Unit
This should hold.
defense online.
Nice, defense is up. That should stop the tank from flying to the other side. Also prevent this catship going anywhere. Should be a good win for Boost.
Launch.
And there it goes. Nicely played. So Boost making good use of Manil's trap there. He made it impossible for someone to get back onto the top pad. Right, that's 1-0 to Boost. Nicely played. So someone just needs to basically, in that situation, trust these infantry. Because Stank is a reload unit and it's fragile. Shade is a reload unit, it's fragile, and obviously the catship also is a fragile unit. So if he uses his militants and his lasers to block, and then just bring in whatever unit needs overhead to counter whatever unit's countering his infantry, that would have been a better combination. Let's see how things go in the second match. Let's go to pillbox.
Establishing battlefield control.
We could be holding up our life.
3, 2, 1. New objective received.
Alright, so we go.
Riflemen ready to move out.
Someone's.
Ready.
I believe this was the deck that Boost had, except he's bringing with a Solomon.
Unit ready.
So we got a deck swap. Someone. And Boost has brought in the
Orders received.
Marauder variant, which has buggy and bikes. It's not bad. However, it might be a bit of a overkill on the anti-infantry because he has the militants, the cat and the catship and the buggy.
Unit ready.
Vehicle ready to race. Marching orders received.
So we got a nice buggy opening from Boost. The buggies actually are doing decent damage here.
Unit lost.
So they have to be countered by something quite good against anti-infantry. Oh, nice. Flame pod for those JJTs. JJTs can hold out against the buggy. However, obviously you want them in defensive positions.
Unit lost. Unit,
Nice.
unit lost. I
The Boost taking advantage here.
Unit ready.
Oh, nice. Pad clearance. And the dogs get on the point, but dogs can't do anything here, especially double dogs.
ready.
What's he going to do here? And Boost is ready to take down his War Factory units by bringing out his Marauders.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
So someone does anything possible, clears the pad with his pitbull, but he's going to forget those. And they didn't get there in time.
Unit ready.
And the missile goes to boost.
Unit
Those militants had to get on that pad quickly to hold the pad off. If they didn't, boost wins the first missile.
Powering up thrust.
I guess the cheapness of Booster's decks is working to his favor. He's always capable to bring out a unit counter, a Wolf Factory counter to
unit ready.
whatever someone's bringing. The bag is not actually that bad in this situation.
Marching orders received.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
ABC ready to roll out.
Seems that someone is stumped. Now, the thing with Bycrush says, basically with this deck, what you want to do is spam APCs and JJTs. That's the whole point of this deck, is that you bring out the first APC as soon as possible and then spam JJTs to counter whatever's countering the
Ion cannon activated.
Ooh! Took out his own talent there. I'm afraid that's going to cost someone the
Unit ready.
missile.
Launched.
Whoopsie daisy. So one thing you should always remember is try and focus your fire. So if Boost tried to, oh no, sorry, Boost did quite well there. If someone actually tried to focus his fire on individual units as he went through to clear the pads, he would have made her better off, whereas he keeps spreading them out, allowed Boost to rotate these units in and counter each attack. Yeah, we kind of do. We've been we've just been. We took part in the Rivals Team League. Some of our members play in the community tournament. I just played in a Bike Crushers tournament, but internally we try to also do events. We got the Coach and Conquer events we do every now and then. We got random events we do, like we did a Wacky Deck event. We did tag team champion event, stuff like that, and the current event we're running at the moment is called the Generation Command League. We run that every season. However, we're also planning to do another event alongside it. We're just fine-tuning the idea right now. I believe Havoc and a couple other people are doing through that. There's going to be an actual a weekend event coming up soon.
It's your moment to shine.
Right.
No room for doubt.
So yeah, someone should just focus these units there, and as Parkrush says with that deck, you want to spam APCs and then just use JJTs to counter whatever's countering the APC.
And when it's too hard.
Obviously, when you use a strong arm instead of a Solomon, what that does give you is the added anti-infantry boost. You can bring in the strong arm turret to boost your APC firepower against anti-infantry. Right, so 2-0 to boost. Let's see who's next. Right, I've got a message. Nice, Weasel already plays around too much. Right. See who's next. Boosted on that one. Nobis. Right, Nobis' first time in GCL. His first season. Yeah. Right. Nobis. Nobis. Nobis versus Encode. GCL is only for Generation members, but our VR one-time weekend events most of the time are open to anyone. You'll probably find info on our Discord server. If you join our Discord server, if we do make an announcement, it will tell you if it's open to all or just Generations. But most of the time, the weekend ones are open to anyone. Right, so Novice versus Encode titles. See how this goes.
Establishing battlefield control.
I've not seen Nobis play yet, so this is going to be interesting.
3, 2, 1. New objective available.
So Nobis is going with a triple rare deck, but he's replaced the firepower of the Tick Tank, the firepower of the Pain Obelisk, and he's giving himself extra flexibility with the bikes. So Encode opening with double dogs. Encode's brought a another variation of an APC deck.
Online.
As he desires.
He's got a Jackson boost, the Mohawk.
Attack bike ready.
This looks like it's gonna go the Encode's way, but fortunately all he did was charge the missile for Nobis. Nobis took down his units just in time to flip the missile at the end.
Warhead launched.
So situations like that, it looks like you're have control, but unless you can hear that alarm,
Attack bike ready to rumble.
the control you have is going to be probably lost before the missile goes off.
Unit offline.
But Encode does a good thing here. He responds with the APC. So any APC deck, the whole point of them is just to get them out early. So getting them out early is a good response.
Unit ready.
Obviously, whereas Encode has his own air anti-vehicle unit here, that should help him. Oh, this is going to be tight. Right, this is a good counter from Nobis. Oh, is he going to get back on the pad? Nice. But that drone squad is going to go down quickly. It's going to hold out. And those militants are going to hold out to those double... Nice. That was a nice quick match under 2 minutes. So what happened here is that Encode committed too much to anti-vehicle units and had nothing to for anti-infantry, and Nobis recognized that, and with a simple 1 unit of militants, he won the second missile. So that's a very good play for Nobis. He kind of confused Encode there. Well, let's see how match 2 goes.
Establishing battlefield control. 3, 2, 1. New objective available. Building online.
Right, so Nobis bringing out in the 2-range deck here. He's got his MR reverse and he's being supported by Slingshot.
A miscalculation.
Oh, nice. And Encode is bringing out a camera version of the Nordair deck. This deck's not bad.
Unit ready.
It relies on shade and bikes to control the vehicles, and militants and chem warriors to control the infantry.
Unit ready.
Nobis is doing well here. Yet again, he's letting Encode charge the missile for him.
Unit ready.
Shockwave ready to... Let's go, troopers! Let's stick together!
Let's see what happens here. Now the chem warriors, they have loads of DPS, but they have low damage. As seen here, that shock trooper is still alive, and it's only let down now. So Nobis using just 40 up to 40 cost units now.
Unit lost.
Interesting is bringing out these Talons, a bit unnecessary tech switch. That's a waste of 780, is it 80? 80 Tiberium to do that tech switch. The dogs and the shocks are very good counter to chem warriors and the militants.
Unit lost.
On my way.
As you can see here, what Nobis keeps doing is isolating Encode's units. So he's able to take them down one by one.
Unit lost. Unit
And this MRS should become a good prey for the Shade. As long as Shade doesn't go on the pad, or it doesn't go on the pad, it reveals itself so it can be countered.
Scouting ahead.
Nice. Shade takes down.
Brothers on.
Ooh, this is going to be tough.
lost.
Now, this Phantom is a very good counter, but what is that dog doing there?
Unit ready.
Nice. Nice dodge by Encode.
Unit ready.
Moving out.
Now, this Chem Warrior should be moving down.
Unit
Ooh, nice.
Flying out.
So Encode getting a good advantage there from Nobis. The Phantom completely stomped Nobis. He didn't know what to play as.
Here.
So he freaked out and sent out his slingshot. Fortunately, while he did that, he forgot he had the dogs on the bottom right pad. Oh, nice. We got Encode going straight for a base kill.
Attack.
Of attack engaged.
As long as you're not being attacked by Chem Warriors, you can always... Nice. They're going to be an extra attack from Cloud? Yes, it is. Alright, let's see if Nobis actually defends this.
Brothers on. Thunder.
This is an... No, Shade isn't much a good counter, but don't trigger it. Oh. Oh.
Flying out.
That's a shame. That's a shame. No, Shade would have been excellent counter there because obviously it's stealthed. As long as he kept it away from those missiles and kept it away from the pads, he would have been able to sneak up on that base. Or better yet, what Enko could have done is just send it to the bottom left pad, clear off the MLRS, and try and get missile control back, which would have given him some time to try and get a Phantom to sneak in, or even bikes. A couple bikes would have been excellent for that base kill, because there was so little damage. Unfortunately for him, all the units he sent were taken down, and Nobis wins. Second missile. Echo could have probably tried to do a base kill after the first missile. It seemed a lot more worthy efforts there. A map like Pillbox, where the top, the map from base to base is so open, it's nice and easy to get a base kill. Alright, so that's Nobis versus Enco. Let's see what else is up. Bando versus K9 GSD 2000. Let's see. They're in Bando's favorites. Bando. Hi. Bando versus K9 GSD 2000. I hope K9 doesn't mind me if I just call him K9 from now on. It's a bit of a mouthful, his name. I don't want to trip myself up during the year commentary. So, Bando versus K9, pillbox.
Establishing battlefield control. 3, 2, 1. New mission.
Alright, so K9 on the left. He's got the cat ship tic-tac deck.
Unit ready.
And Bando's bringing in the GGT Solomon deck. The Reb deck? Yeah, it's the Reb deck in it.
Will moves with us.
So Bando's relying on cheap, quick counter units to have his
Lasers.
Solomon Iron Cannon available at any time. And K9 is relying on his tic-tac getting a foothold on the pad. His other units supporting it.
With us.
Interestingly enough, K9's gone with a
Lasers move for the brother.
Banshee for anti-air support.
Taking position.
Nice positioning from Bando. He's got Pat covered. Ooh, nice. Rifleman block. Is it going to get? Ooh, yes. Block. Block. Now, he does technically have 2 units to block here from. Both the Tech Tank and lasers could have gone in.
His will moves with us.
What Bando did there is he kept his dogs at the central point of the pad, so the lasers from K9 couldn't actually get a lock on to fire on it. That's a nice little dancing trick there to gain advantage. K9 letting his cat ship get attacked by this Tennon. Don't waste those cat ships. And there goes the cat ship. Just as I say, don't waste them. Now K9, we notice here, got these 2 laser units. It's finally making good use of them. It's actually putting them to good use. Why the hell is this Basher just sitting there? Attack the bikes, attack the harvester, do whatever. Any unit you have on the field, if you don't think it's got a good target, then you're really not looking around long enough. There's always something to shoot at. Unfortunately, when K9 finally realizes it's got Banshee, it's taken down. We're approaching the second missile here. It's gonna be a nice shot. Ooh! Stay on the pad, people. Stay on the pad. Now that cut ship has just fired his clouds. It's gonna take a while for it to recharge. And there you go. People versus cat ship. People always wins as long as it's moving. And Bando wins. Nice. Now bear with me while I go on Pretzel and ban this song. I only just realized how crap it is. Just as it ended. Alright, that music should not be played again. Hate the squeaky ones. Alright, so I'm going type pools. Bando versus K9.
Establishing battlefield control. 3, 2.
So K9 switch to a
Objective received.
Solomon deck here. Ooh, ouch. That's gonna cost a lot.
Building online.
And Bando switched to the APC deck. This is the new APC meta deck. Strong arm, JJTs, and APCs. Now K9 is gonna have to work really hard and be really efficient with his units. Try and afford a Solomon and a Titan, especially still on one half.
You got it. I'm on it.
It doesn't look to be going his way. Yes, this Razorback can clear the Rifleman, which is not even attacking. But the Razorback, as we just seen, you're gonna touch those dogs. Dogs have plenty of HP, and that Razorback is not an anti-vehicle unit anymore.
Building online.
And it was when he got released because he was unbalanced, but not anymore. And there he goes. So K9 is still struggling to get value out of his units. That single harvester, the whole point of his deck is basically delaying things and making sure not to spend as little as possible, or having 2 harvesters. So far K9 is still running just a singular harvester.
Yes, Commander.
Now double Pitbull and Razorback, that's a good synergy from K9's units, as long as he protects them. There we go. Here we go, I believe. Well.
Missile cancelled. Missile cancelled.
K9 is trying to keep the missile alive here, but to be fair, this is not going to hold off for much longer.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
So JJT needs to jump across.
Ready.
Quick.
Missile
It's
cancelled.
always interesting when a JJT jumps over the missile. Do we have a powered block from the Hammerhead? Yes, we do.
Unit
Now Talon obviously will lose to the Hammerhead, but the Talon still got to the pad quicker and bounced the Hammerhead the other way, which gave Bando the win. It's 2-0 to Bando. Now, interestingly, for some reason, they have decided to still play the Rorschach. Might as well watch it while we're at it. Interesting enough. The first Rorschach of the night.
Control.
Even though Bando won 2-0.
3, 2, 1. New objective available.
So Kanan switched the decks again. This time to a more good, nicely balanced Solomon deck. So this is a 2-2 Solomon deck.
You got it.
Bando switched to the the new Fnatic Stank variant, which was made popular by Alicia during the Bike Rushers tournament last weekend.
Lost.
Bando torturing Kanan there a bit, blocking the pads.
Cue the juice.
Kanan's down on economy, he's finally got harvesting.
Unit
Unfortunately, Bando's got his bikes out. And Bando is taking a step back here now.
building online.
Though he did have an economy and unit advantage, he could have taken a lot more out.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit ready. Nuclear weapon.
And there we go. First missile fired.
Structural damage received.
We got the first Fanatics out for Bando. Fortunately, they're not making good use of him right now. They're getting
Unit
killed off. Ooh, nice. Just shades there to save the Fanatics. Remember, with Fanatics, you want to keep them grouped together.
lost.
Nice.
Unit lost.
Interestingly enough, the shade doesn't instant kill a Pitbull. Even though the shade was charged. I guess it wasn't charged at the time of the firing.
Unit lost.
Good counter, nice. Bad I'm making good use of this deck. Now, where this deck is meant to be played is that you use your Fanatic as frontline defense,
Ion cannon.
and then you use the Shade and the Stank to counter. Ooh, nice. Got to pull that. And can I get on the top pad? Yes, you can.
Unit ready.
Are they going to live long enough? Nice. And I sneaks in the missile. Bando's not paying attention with a nice iron cannon kill.
Unit ready.
I haven't seen an obelisk yet. I guess Bando doesn't have much to attack with an obelisk. There's no firm heavy units to hit.
Unit lost.
As I was saying, the way this deck is meant to be played is that you use the Fanatic as your front line,
Unit ready.
then use the Stank and the Shade to counter anything that will counter your Fanatics.
Ion cannon activated. Unit ready.
Ooh. That got nothing. A big fat 0.
Unit lost.
And they're avoiding that iron cannon just in time.
Got it.
But this is a good counter to the Fanatics, but fortunately for him. Yep. Here comes the Stank.
Lost.
Clear it off.
Unit lost.
Ooh, nice.
Cannon activated.
Ooh, move. Alright, so all man Coin I managed to do there is just clear off the
Unit ready.
Orca ready to hunt.
Unit ready.
clear off with the one Shade.
Nuclear missile launched.
There we have it.
Unit lost.
Canine couldn't get a foothold. Tried to get his foothold back with the Iron Cannon. Unfortunately, Band are making good use of these Agent Shadow Decker and keeping his control thanks to his fanatics and his tank. Banda wins a bonus match, I guess. Only the first two count. A point in declaring 3-0 in a best of 3 match. Alright. See who's next. Alright. Benamaza versus Phoenix. Alright, Benamaza versus Phoenix. We're going back to type pools.
Establishing battlefield control. 3, 2, 1. New objective received.
Advancing.
Harvester ready.
Crystals.
Alright, so Benamaza is bringing out the new APC variant, the strong arm JGT variant. Phoenix is bringing out the Marauder Catship deck.
Let's go. Let's go.
So we got the dogs out for Benamaza. We got the militants plus the laser response Phoenix. Right, interesting. So we got triple dogs out from Benamaza, and we got him tech switching to a Talon. Now, he should not be switching to a Talon right now. What he should be doing is focusing on his APC spam. Yes, the Marauders will counter the APC. However, he can defend them with the other units, like Riflemen.
Unit offline. Unit off.
Now, the Riflemen is here a much better option than the Talons.
Unit off.
Only now the Talon's actually useful.
Building on.
Gets this cat ship.
Unit offline.
But his cat ship's not moving from Phoenix. He needs to actually do something. Except die. Benamaza wins the first missile thanks to his Talons and his Riflemen.
Unit ready.
His will moves with us.
That ship failed miserably there.
Unit ready.
And we got the first APC out. Remember, with this deck, it's just about APC and JJT spam.
No problem.
Yes, the
Lasers move for the brother.
situation like this, a Talon is welcome. Keeping the skies clear.
Carefully now.
And Benamaza suiciding those JJTs, sending them into those Talons.
Unit off.
Got the first tank out from Phoenix. Going straight for the APC. It looks like
Unit ready.
Benamaza's ready to respawn and kill that guy, Stank off. Ooh, the APC is still alive and Stank's down. That's 100 Tiberium going down to nothing.
Unit offline.
Getting close to the end of the second missile. Benamaza's got good control here. Nice. Ooh. If that cat chip stayed alive for a little bit longer, this would have been useful, but obviously you got another cat chip coming in.
The Brotherhood is rising.
This is going to be interesting. So we got the JJTs holding the pad at the top. That's not going to last very long. Alright, so Stank's going to the bomb pad, that's good.
Flying out.
Clear out the Talons. Now he needs to get that Stank to the top pad. It's that.
On my way.
Ooh, interesting. He's still going for those. Yep. Here we go. Is he going to be able to get on the pad? No. Right. So Phoenix sent his tank to the wrong pads here. He should have sent him to the top to help clear out the easiest pads. Then once you have one pad under control, you can then send the other units to the next to try and take that one back. Unfortunately, he tried to clear the heaviest pad, and he didn't have enough time to clear it off before Venomazza was able to bring in the units back to reinforce the top pad, and Venomazza wins. Right, so map 2, Pillbox. If this one goes better for Phoenix, the sponsor of the Rising Phoenix Award for this season.
New objective available.
Right, so Venomazza's now switched to the Marauder catship.
Harvester ready.
Position.
And Phoenix stuck to his Marauder catship. There's like a mirror decks here. Oh no, almost. We have Venomazza going with the Seth pod, and Phoenix using the Oksana.
Unit ready.
Now, Oksana on the Oksana boost, catship on the Oksana boost is a very powerful unit.
Brothers, move out.
It can even challenge vehicles, light vehicles.
Unit offline.
Obviously, Sethport does give you the pad steal capability and heavy anti-infantry capability anywhere on the map. We got the Scout Wars going quite long for now.
Building online.
Looks like Bluey. Fortunately, Venom didn't pad block that one militant. And the first missile in the end goes to Venomazza again.
Unit offline.
Able to counter Phoenix's catship just in time. Nice. Set Poff ready and waiting for those flying in Marauders. Is he going to be able to get half kill?
Unit offline.
Yes. That's nice little cost back from Venomazza, making good use of that stank. The stank's even still alive. Why is he still alive? Damn, it took out another catship. That's a very worthwhile stank, that one.
Taking position.
Fortunately, it's about to go down. Yep, the Marauder finally takes it down. And the second missile's half full. Venom's quite firmly in charge. Phoenix finally got his economy back up and running.
What's over there?
And the catship goes down to the bikes.
Unit offline.
This is going to be close. There we go. I expect the Phoenix to have a lot better control at the end. He did have the units to try to push back. Unfortunately, he sent these Marauders the wrong way and left his rifleman militant just sitting on top of the middle pad, not doing anything. And Venomazza wins the second match. So we had almost mirror decks there. As it turns out, Venomazza seems to be more familiar with the decks than Phoenix. So he made good use of his counters and knew exactly what to expect from the opponent and exactly when to bring out the stank and when to bring out the catship. A good play there for both players. Venomazza more familiar with the deck, so he gets to counter better and win up quicker. Let's see who's next. Robbie versus Pamare. Right on. Robbie versus Pamare. Right, Robbie versus Pamare. Going to the pillbox. Nope. High pools.
Establishing battlefield control.
We got GDI off.
3, 2, 1.
Mane representing Luna, Robbie representing Delta. Robbie bringing the old school Suzaku on the neck. Pamara bringing a slingshot variant. I think it's going for more of a 2 range units. Double dogs for Pamara.
You got it.
Not much is happening. Everyone's holding off.
Building online.
Pamara does have an advantage here. He should be taking it by attacking units with his double dogs. He actually makes some use of them. Unfortunately, it takes us too long, and Robbie's able to counter those dogs with his pitbull. Now, Robbie's not charging the missile here; he's just suspending it. He could be charging in on the on these Pamara's harvester right now. The pitbull can make good use of counter most of the Pamara's units, so he could have spared either a pitbull or missile squads to try and counter the and put some pressure on Pamara's harvester while we were waiting.
Missile launched.
Unfortunately for Pamara, he did not. He tried to take the top pad control with the snipers, but he did not provide any cover for them, so they got taken down really quickly by the drone swarm. Double APC Pamara after the first missile, and the first APC from Robbie. Now APC versus AP is a very boring fight. Let's hope they vary up a little. Ooh. Mara going with a third APC.
Let's fucking. You got it. Harvester ready to collect. APC rolling out.
That strong arm turret actually making good damage on that APC.
Transport on.
The missile's getting almost charged.
Defense.
And those double APCs are not going to take down.
Enemy ion cannon activated.
Nice. Fortunately for Robbie. Actually, he did good, fortunately for Robbie.
Unit lost.
Moving out.
Defense online.
Yep, that's going to be hard to push.
Unit lost.
Unit ready.
Nice.
Unit warhead launched.
So that's Solomon kill.
Damage received.
Cleared off the essential units from Robbie, allowing Pamara snipers to come in and put pressure for the missile units coming out of the APC. Now, obviously,
Unit lost.
missiles can't go into the snipers,
Unit ready.
so Robbie had to pull off and try and get some under control, and that allowed Pamara to get the win on the second missile. Nicely pushed back.
Unit lost.
Pamara sacrificing his
Warning.
slingshot here.
Cannon
Activated.
Nice.
Ready.
Let's fucking there.
I feel bad for the people on the bomb pad. It's not going to live long enough at all. Block the pad.
Unit lost. Nuclear warhead launched. Defense online.
Nice.
Unit lost.
GG there. So Pamara tried to get a comeback. In the end, he wasn't able to. Robbie was able to gather his forces on the bomb pad and clear off any units that Pamara had. And all we got left on the top pad was a couple of missiles. So Pamara should have been more careful with his units there. He has the snipers, he's got the 2-range decks, so he wanted to basically just keep those units at the back of the other units to keep them safe. So they will take advantage of the range. They just basically slowly push forward with the APCs. That would have been giving him a lot easier advantage than he had. There making good use of his strong arm and his pitbulls and able to get the advantage. So let's go to map 2. Box.
Establishing battlefield control. 3, 2, 1. New objective available.
Robbie sticking with his APC deck.
Harvester ready.
Pamara switching to a flame tank fanatic deck. Now,
Ready.
Marching orders
I've come to hate flame tanks. I really have. There's few units I hating rivals, but I thought at the moment I really do hate flame tanks.
You gotta move out!
So we got double wheels now opening from Pamara, and
Building online.
respawning with rifleman missiles. Versus tech switching to pit bulls to counter all these wheels. But triple wheels is an okay tactic. Is if you're actually gonna try and charge the units your opponent has. Fortunately, Pamara way too long.
Unit ready.
It's basically allowed. He's allowed Robbie to just basically clear off a 30 Tiberians worth of units for free.
Nuclear weapon launched.
Even at 30, maybe just 20. Seeing as that wheel squad is still alive. Pamara wasting away a bike squad.
Unit ready.
Double APC out already for Robbie. Ooh, Robbie shying away from a half kill. Now he did have the riflemen on that right pad. He could have used them to block
Online.
the access to for the Robbie Pamara to defend. Is Pamara going to actually try and base kill the flame tank while not winning the first missile?
Our base is under attack.
Now this is a bit of an ask. It ain't gonna work.
You got it!
That flame tank can't do. And it gets cleared off.
Defense.
Alright, bit of a cheese match for Pamara. Yeah, let Robbie take full control, and I just thought, what the hell, just try and do the flame base with the flame tank. Obviously that didn't work out as he lost the first missile. And the second missile was about to fire. 2-0 to Robbie. GG guys. See who you got. And right, I believe this is the yes. This will be the last matches of the evening. Havoc versus Weasel. Havoc versus Weasel. Right, typos. Havoc versus Weasel. Delta versus Alpha.
Battlefield control.
A four-court jester.
3, 2, 1. New objective received. Unit ready.
Right, so Havoc's bringing his, well, it seems to be quite popular these days deck. It's a Marauder's catch-it variant. Weasel trying to get
Unit ready.
a block on the Harvester with his dogs. The Weasel's bringing out the McNeil variant of the GGT APC deck.
Unit ready.
Let's just change the song for a sec. Do not like the sound of that.
Unit lost.
So we got Scout Wars. We saw stall the halfway point and the first APC's out. And Havoc straight away with his Marauders, expecting something heavy. Something fat and heavy indeed just come out.
Unit ready.
Riflemen ready to move out!
Another Marauders.
Unit lost.
Move, move, move!
Bam, bam, bam. And the melt the APC they do. And they're not going to do much against these
Unit lost.
Padlock Weasel. Padlock! Nice. So Weasel padlocks with his rifleman on top. So even though Havoc had double Marauders on the bottom pad to clear off the The APC, he did not have anything on the top pad
Unit ready.
to actually take control of the missile and win it.
Unit lost.
Transports en route.
And Weasel wins the first missile, thanks to a single unit of riflemen. We got catch-up out for Havoc.
I'm on it.
Nice. So Cloud miss from the catch-up there.
Scout.
Weasel's doing really good here. He's grouping his units on the top pad, making sure he's making most of them countering with the right ones. There we go. See, riflemen come in just when they need it.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Brother, green light.
Catch-up comes in straight for the JJTs.
Lost.
Let's fly.
Unit ready. Defense on.
Oh, Havoc this time has been making good use of the
Scouting
these
at
marauders on top pad. It's cleared them up.
I cue the juice.
We got the first McNeil trap.
Unit ready.
Fortunately, didn't do much there, as Havoc already had units on the pad.
On my way.
Unit ready.
This is going to be interesting. So you got the flame pod coming out for Havoc. So we got double talons on the top pad for Weasel.
Unit ready.
Flying out. On my way. Scouting ahead.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Right, he really needs to move those talons now to the bomb pad. Havoc recognizing that is going straight for the
Unit
defense. The Stank should keep any units off the pad.
defense on this.
Ooh,
Warhead launch.
that was a wasted defense.
I'm on it.
And the second missile goes to Havoc. So the whole point of a McNeil defense is it's a trap. You're meant to trap the incoming units. Trapping units that already stop moving aren't going to do much against you facing off a long wall or of attrition.
Powering up thrusters.
And Havoc wins the second missile thanks to his Stank and Flame combo.
Lost.
And it's gone straight for the
Unit lost.
full-on revenge on the Harvester. No, it's backing away. Gonna really waste it. Okay, so
Unit
wasted a full load of Stank onto that missiles.
9. Unit
And
lost.
this is a good trap because it actually kind of traps Stank in there. Unfortunately for him, he didn't actually move Talon away from the Stank. We got the Marauders on the bomb pad from Havoc. Weasel's panicking. This guy's Harvester on the bomb pad, trying to keep it there. He's out of economy. He's got nothing else left.
Unit lost.
Stank's about to reload and clear those dogs.
Lost.
Marauders are holding firm on the bomb pad. Another Stank from Havoc. He's got plenty of Tiberium to keep spamming him right now.
On.
Unit lost.
Rolling. Flying out.
And the Harvester's out for Weasel, but it's a bit too late.
Unit lost.
Rifle.
Kind of a game over.
Nuclear warhead launched.
There we go. So Weasel did start really well. He held his group to get those units together at the same time, so he could be able to counter from Havoc. Unfortunately, as time went on, Weasel kind of spread himself out too much, and Havoc's combination of Stank, Catchip, and Marauders pretty much ripped through all of Weasel's separated defenses. He was not able to spam enough units in time to try and counter them all. And then Havoc wins. Alright. Let's go to map 2.
Establishing battlefield control. 3, 2, 1. New objective received.
So Weasel switching to a Stank deck.
Harvest.
Cheap stack deck. And Havoc is going with an arty party. Bringing in an arty party deck. This is going to be interesting. But Weasel does have 2 counters to the arty party. It's got the Stank, which is obviously invisible, and they can take out the arty before he gets spotted. And the Banshees. The Banshees take several shots to kill an artillery, which gives Weasels, which gives Havoc's Stank an opportunity to counter those first missiles about the fire. Ooh, so close yet so far. Alright, so even though Havoc had the bike control there, the first missile, surrendered it just in time for Weasel to take the first missile. But obviously, if Havoc wants to bring out his arty party, he's going to have to do it quickly. He should be able to, as the arty party only costs 90.
Taking position.
His flamers and his bike combination working quite well for him so far.
No problem. Attack bike ready to rumble.
Unit ready.
The buggy is actually a good choice from Havoc because gives him a nice cheap anti-infantry counter. After the last map. Ooh, this is going to be close. Right, okay, so this is not as close as I thought it was going to be.
Nuclear weapon launched.
And we got the first arty party coming out from Havoc. He's going to set up defenses around it. The Stank should be the first one to go. No. It's the second one to go. Arty party causing hell for Weasel.
Advancing.
Let's see what kind of counter he brings Mama just to bring out against it. Going for the Banshee. Unfortunately for him, Havoc does have lasers deployed to counter the Banshee and a Stank. Ooh, this is not going to work. Nope. Denied. Now all Havoc has to do is just sit and rest and wait for the missile to fire, because there's no way Weasel can break through this full-on defense. And there it goes. Arty Party reigning supreme and winning Havoc the second match. Weasel did have a good chance there. He just losing his units a bit too much and lost. 2-0 to Havoc. Right. That's the last of the match replays. Let's have a look at the standings are there in a moment. So these are the scores of the first round. Sabu Someone 2-0, Bando K9 2-0, Havoc Weasel 2-0, me versus Vijana Please 2-0, Venom versus Phoenix 2-0, Robbie versus Pranari 2-0, Subletter versus Levi. The one match we didn't see tonight, well, that's the second match we didn't see tonight, that actually went to Rorschach for a reason. So Subletter lost to Levi 2-1. The only match that weren't played is Dr. Ray versus Trebs. Dr. Ray did respond on Discord, but Trebs hasn't. So what I did is I awarded the person that actually responds back and lets me know what's happening. So I awarded the win to Dr. Ray. Let's have a look at the standings. Now there shouldn't be much here right now because there's only about one match played, but let's just have a look at it just for the fun. Here we go. So Havoc, Venom, Boost, me, Robbie, Bando, Nobis, Levi, Dr. Ray all with a win. So we all get 3 points. Everyone else gets 0. And that's it. That'll be round 1. I think I got some time now. I might play some lineup before I go. Actually, I might actually play. That's it for round 1 match reviews. Round 2 has started. For the season 3, what we have is 96-hour windows per round. Instead of getting 1 day of 24 hours between the rounds, we have no break. So as soon as the first round starts, the second round starts straight away. And that'll be it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a few days' time for round 2.